We are gonna start seated for this lower body warm-up, setting up with a 90-90. Your hands are gonna come right in front of you. We're going to just lean forward and back. I want you to use your core, and you're gonna feel this stretch. It's a nice dynamic stretch right through this glute. Hinging forward. Now, depending on your mobility and your tightness this morning, is kind of gonna determine how far down you can go. I do not want you to tuck this leg in to make it easier. I want that hip mobility, and if that means you only go to here, that's fine. That's your body. One more. Now from here, we're gonna rotate directions. I'm just turning to the side, keep exactly where you are. Up and over, right to that other side. Try not to use your hands. You might hear some cracks and some creaks in your joints. It's pretty normal. Use that core to help you. When we land on that opposite side that we did not do yet, we're gonna tent up those fingers and forward. One more. All right, we're going to sit this up into a little, what I call a stretchy squat. So my toes are turned out. I'm gonna use my elbows to push open. This is not it. I want you up nice and tall. I want the weight in the heel. You're gonna feel that stretch through the soleus, this back side of that ankle there, calf, especially if you have very tight calves or plantar fasciitis. Now I want you to take your hands, put them towards the ground, round and roll up. We're gonna do a walking hamstring stretch. So leg is gonna come forward, reach round and roll, circle around. Other leg comes forward. Use your space as far as it'll allow to walk. I'm gonna turn around. One more on each side. Last one here. We're gonna do a walking quad stretch. So step, I'm gonna put my other arm out for balance. Shift, hold, step down. You'll notice this is not a static stretch. I'm not holding for more than like 2 seconds or so. Tuck that hip. Tuck. Tuck. It feels really good on the quad. Use the breath as you deepen into the stretch just a little bit. This is our warm-up. We're not holding long. We're not static stretching. All right, coming back, we're gonna do some leg swings. You can hold on to a wall if you would like, but we're just gonna go forward and back, and I want you to lift from that core. Last one, and side to side, using this glute med right here on the side. None more. So you are using a little momentum with these leg swings, but I want you to really think about squeezing the muscles that you're going to be working today, your legs and your core. Last one. Going to cross body again with that glute med. Squeeze and lift from right here. Last one. Turning sideways, we are going to walk on out. Hit that high plank position, left hand to the left wrist, Left hand reaches, opens, thoracic mobility. Come on down. Now lift with your abs. Pull that leg back. Opposite side. Hand closest to the foot is the one that's lifting off the ground to rotate. Place, don't plop. The controlling of the leg is coming out of my core. From here, push back into a down dog. You can pedal out the dog a little bit. Walking those hands back. I'm gonna widen my feet just a little bit. Sitting into my hips. Arms go overhead, and let's just do a couple of body weight squats. Last one. Oop, I'm creaking and crackling. Walking those feet right underneath you, hands behind the head or on your hips. Hinge. We're just warming up our hinge position. When we put our workouts together, we always want some sort of a hinge, some sort of a squat lunge position. So let's warm up with those. And the adduction, which we did with our leg swings. One more. And let's go. Exercise 1, we are going to have our band on. Now you could do this with a heavy barbell, you can use heavy dumbbells, but we only have 8 reps, so I want it to be heavy. That band is going to go right above the knees. Weights can either go on your shoulders, like for a barbell back squat, or they can go up here or here. But I want them heavy because you don't have very many reps. You could even use a child for this and have them go on your back. I have been known to do that before. My daughter's getting to be about 75 pounds now, so she's a pretty good squat weight. One more. All right, hinging forward, suspending through the knees, set down the weight, and we are going to tap forward and back. Staying low, step touch, staying wide. If this band does not feel hard enough up here, level 2 is right here. Level 3, all the way down by the ankles. One more forward and back. Feeling that right there. I'm gonna slide this band back up, moving it out of the way. It really has no bearing on this next exercise. Walk out right into a low plank. Hitting that low plank, squeeze the butt cheeks, pull up and in. And I want you to shift forward and back. All the way into those toes. Pulling down through those lats. Inhale, exhale back. Good, press up. Walk the hands back. Let's do it again. Setting up, hinge forward, bend the knees. Grab that heavy weight. Get rid of the weights. I'm gonna lower that band down. I'm gonna go level 2, mostly because I banged my shin into a chair. And it doesn't feel so great on that lowest level. Although that's normally where I would choose, just not today. Sometimes we have to modify around our injuries, listening to our body. Now we just sit a little lower, a little lower. You can use the length of your space. I'm just doing a quick little shorten back. It's what I have so I can stay on the camera. Otherwise, I'd probably be going quite a bit farther. Use your space. Last one forward. Come on back. Sit, push up. Let's head down into that low plank. Moving my band out of the way. Walk out. Elbow down, shoulders roll, tuck, let's shift. Two more shifts. Hand under the shoulder, shoulder, walk back. Make that part of the work. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let's do it again. Reach for those heavy weights. Sit low. Coming to the mat, last time with those low planks. Walk out. Elbow down, shoulders roll, tuck, let's shift. Two more shifts. Hand under the shoulder, shoulder, walk back. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, circuit 2. We are gonna set up for a sumo deadlift. So your feet are gonna be out wider than your hips, toes are out at about a 45. Now, ideally, if you have a big bar and plates, this is the best to do this with this. You're gonna have a soft bend in your knees, squeezing through the glutes. So this is a hinge, hinging forward, squeezing through the glutes. Hinge, squeeze. You do want a very heavy weight for this. Glutes are a very strong muscle, and they can handle quite a bit of weight. Squeeze, 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 all the way to the top. So you can see my glutes are going behind me. you want this to really work, you do have to pick up some heavier weights, but you don't have to do as many reps when that weight is heavier. One more. Hinging forward to set down those weights. Grabbing the band, we are going to put that above our knees and we're going to head to the mat. Setting up in that quadruped position so everything is in a nice line. Shoulders go down the back. Arch the back, feels like a great stretch. Round, find that neutral. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna lift to the side and hold, lower down slow. So squeezing through right here on that glute med. So you wanna make sure you're not dumping into that opposite side, nor are you doing this. Slow and controlled, hold at the top, pull it back down. Push it up, pull it back down, fight the band. Two to go. Let's go right into the other side. Last one. Last one. Right, from here, we're gonna bring those legs back into a high plank position, shoulders roll down and back, tuck the tailbone. I want you to lift up, round, run around through the spine, slight release. Pulling up on that belly button, and release. Last one. Good, lower down. Let's head up for the next round. Band comes off. Setting up with those toes turned out. Reaching for that heaviest weight you have there. This is not the weight I use normally, but I shot a lot of workouts today, and yes, I can still feel this. When you put your brain into the work, you're still gonna feel it. Last one. Set the weights down, grab your band, heading down to the ground, setting up for those fire hydrants. Other side. Right, from here, we're gonna bring those legs back into a high plank position, shoulders roll down and back, tuck the tailbone. I want you to lift up, round, run around through the spine, slight release. Pulling up on that belly button, and release. Last one. Good, lower down, bend in your knees, squeezing through the glute. Hinge. Grab your band. Heading down to the ground, setting up for those fire hydrants. Slow and controlled, hold at the top, pull it back down. Push it up, pull it back down, fight the band. Two to go. Let's go right into the other side. Last one. Last one. Right, from here, we're gonna bring those legs back into a high plank position, shoulders roll down and back, tuck the tailbone. I want you to lift up, round, run around through the spine, slight release. Last one. Good, lower down. Let's head up. It's available to you, something that you can elevate your feet on. It could be a plate, it could be a stairway. Anything that you can elevate is gonna make this even better. However, if nothing is available to you, you can also do this right here on the ground. I'm gonna let my feet hang down. I wanna get that nice stretch through there. This is a nice place for me to balance. You could also use a wall, a chair, whatever you've got available. So I want you to go all the way down, get that nice stretch, and back up. Making this harder, you can even add weight. Let's reach up and around, hinge forward, toes are pointed straight up, nice flat back here. Bring it back, up and around, swing, feels good on those arms. Now you can breathe and reach towards those toes. If this feels like way too much in the hamstrings, put a yoga block or a rolled up towel, rolled up mat underneath you. It will help you. You don't have to be all the way at your toes. You could be right here, and that's okay. Breathing through the stretch, breathing into those hamstrings. Grab one of your bands, lie down on your back, and you're gonna gently pull that foot towards you. I'm using a heavier band for this, it just gives me a little bit more resistance. Now I'm gonna take my leg and go about 2 inches across my body towards its opposite shoulder. So I have my right foot up, I moved about 2 inches towards my left shoulder, and what I have done is now I have gone, oh my, through that IT band all the way through like the knee and the hip. Oh my goodness. Now look at your foot. It probably wanted to turn and open. Can you make a perfectly flat footprint on the ceiling? Breathe. All right, let's open that up. Using that band, the opposite arm is gonna lie down to the side. Don't let those hips come off, and you are going to lower down. So it could be down here, wherever you're comfortable, and you just start to feel a little stretch. That's where I want you to stay. Opening through the hip. Breathe, keep that left hip planted down so it's not rotating open. Bring it back across the body. Right arm goes down, left is gonna go across. Oh, this feels so amazing on our back, and you're gonna feel that run right through, way down in there. Open that chest. Breathe. Flex the foot. As you relax into the stretch and you're ready for a little more, you can lift that foot up just a little higher with that band. And let's return to center. Take that foot out, put the other foot in. Little hamstring stretch right here. Oh, goodness. Okay. My left leg is going to come about 2 inches across towards my right shoulder. I need to rotate that foot so I can make a perfect footprint on the ceiling. I say that because my foot does not want to rotate. That really changes the stretch just ever so slightly, and then I get that little woo. So it's really important that you try to find that. The other thing is if you need to be down this way to keep your leg straight, please do that. If you're here but you're this bent, it's not gonna have the same effect for you. So we're gonna take this out open to the other side. Notice anything in your body. One side might be tighter than the other. Just like one might be a little stronger, one might be a little tighter. So hold that stretch a little bit longer on that tighter side. Just a couple more deep breaths and you'll start to notice over time that they'll even out. Lift, use that core. Let's come across the body. Other arm comes down. Gently roll, feel that in your back. Feel that through your chest. I like to put that palm towards the ceiling. It's what feels best for me. Listen to your body. Breathe into it if you'd like to. Close your eyes. Thank yourself for this amazing workout that you just did for your body. How amazing is your body that it was able to do this for you today. Leg back up to center. Take your foot out, and we're just gonna take a second and reach long overhead. Stretch from wall to wall. Think about getting 1 inch taller. Pointing my toes, reaching, and then relax, let it all fall out to the side. And let's sit up. We are finished.